Welcome to AARP, Arizona Hispanic Connection. Educate. Celebrate. Connect. Arizona Hispanic Connection.
Welcome to Arizona Barrio Stories. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for being a part of this unique platform. It's a place where you can share your stories, your memories. You are a part of our familia, and we care about you. And in our caring about you, we want to bring you information that might be something that you need. Today, we have David Parraluna with AARP, Arizona Hispanic Connection. This program is called Salud, Dinero y Amor, and he brings us a lot of amor. David, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for being a part of our familia.
Thank you, Irma. Thank you. It's always fun to come to your show. We get to learn together a lot of stuff, and we laugh. We laugh. We have a good time. That's great. Well, we will continue with the topic of Social Security. You know, I have been doing educational programming since at least 2011, at least. And Social Security's got to be one of my favorite topics, believe it or not. I find it very entertaining, but more than that, I get to answer a lot of questions. I have a radio show in Spanish. This is our English offering. Through your platform, we do it in English, and we have a radio show, we do it in Spanish, similar topics. And my phone number is all over the place, and people call me and ask me questions, and there's nothing more gratifying than to be able to provide information in terms of how do I become eligible for Social Security? How is my benefit calculated? When can I solicit benefits? What is the process? Is my spouse eligible? Things like that. So it's a lot of questions. And then in addition, Social Security is part of a bigger picture. Social Security is just one of several incomes that we should have in retirement. No one should think that Social Security is going to provide all they need in retirement. It's not. It's not going to. It was meant to substitute a third of your income that you will need in retirement. That's it, 1/3. So we somehow have to come up with the other 2/3, right? And it could be pensions, 401ks, IRAs, you name it, investments, of course. So I love talking about this topic. I think it's very important. And the angle that we want to take today is the angle of solvency. I believe that government has an interesting way of seeing things. And though Social Security is not an entitlement, they sometimes act and talk like if it was. Social Security is not an entitlement. So much so that if you do not work at least 10 years and pay into the system, you will get zero benefits. So if it was an entitlement, then you could still get benefits, right? Mm-hmm. But it's totally linked to working at least 10 years and paying 6.2% of your salary into a trust fund. And that 6.2% is matched by the employer. So this is no entitlement, and we would like people to start adopting this terminology, this thinking that is not an entitlement. You earned it. And at ARP, we have prepared this PowerPoint called You Earned It, making Social Security secure, right? So this is what we would like to talk about today. How does it sound?
Sounds good to me. I'm ready.
Good. Okay, so when we talk about solvency, what we mean is that Social Security is supposed to have a 70-year solvency. That means it can pay benefits for the next 70 years. When it was written, the law, that's what it says, that it had to have a 70-year solvency, and it does not. As we stand today, by roughly 2034 or 35, it will only, if untouched, if left alone, it will only be able to pay about 83% of benefits. That's not going to cut it. So we want 100%. But for that, the program has to be changed somehow, has to be modified, right? So this is a topic very important to AARP. We would like to see the Social Security kept funded. And there's some principles that at AARP that we sustain. And we also are going to cover in this series the basics of Social Security. And then eventually, not in this program, but in the next one, we are going to start presenting information on 5 proposed solutions for protecting Social Security. So this is concrete. This is money. This is more money coming in and less money coming out, or more money coming out, but way more coming in. It's a simple formula, don't you agree? I mean, Social Security, you have to put more money in if you don't want it to run out, right? So there's this concept of the Social Security running out. What's your take on this? Is it going to be?
I think from the people that I worked with since I was an educator, the talk was always, is it secure? Is Social Security secure? So I think that's the thing that I keep hearing.
And it's not good that a lot of the younger generations believe it will not be there for them. Why is that not good? Because then they'll stop fighting for it. We're paying into it. 6.2% of every dollar is being taken out of your paycheck and given to the trust fund, right? So might as well know about it and defend it. So that's what this is all about. So we want Social Security to be fully funded. That's AARP. That's what we would like, right? And this is social insurance. This is not, again, an entitlement, it's social insurance. And I've said it in other programs that even when somebody dies, it serves as life insurance for survivors. I'm sure you know someone, I think so, who is receiving survivor's benefit, because Social Security does not run out. It runs out until you run out, meaning you pass away, right? But a 401k, you can finish your 401k before you pass away, not Social Security. So Social Security is a social insurance. Then we are literally, paying into to have benefits, right? Social Security has never missed payments. Irma, can you believe that? It has never missed payments. And the shortfall is calculated to happen by 2035 if nothing is done. If nothing is done, if no changes, benefits are reduced to 83% for all recipients. This is very important. So we don't want that to happen, because as it is, there's a lot of people that depend almost entirely on Social Security. So any cut would be too much, right? And at AARP, we believe that Congress must act to secure Social Security for the future. That is very, very important. Did you know that I think it was during President Bush, the son, that they tried to privatize Social Security?
No.
And I would not be surprised that in this, with the new administration and all that, that's going to be at least talked about. That they feel that we should put it in the market and let it make money, right? So that we can fund Social Security. But as we know, the markets are like a roller coaster, right? They can make money, but then they can lose, and we cannot afford we cannot afford that kind of a risk. So anyhow, but that's something that has been talked about in the past. AARP, of course, we oppose privatization of Social Security. So what does AARP believe that Social Security, what should happen with Social Security? Well, we want the program to have a long-term solvency for sure. We want probe a stable foundation for retirement, right? We believe that it provides a stable foundation for retirement. We also believe that it protects those most in need. Then it rewards work and ensure that workers' benefits are clearly defined, cannot be outlived, that's important, and are protected against inflation, which brings up another good point. Social Security within the laws is supposed to increase, gives you COLA, the cost of living adjustments, depending on how inflation went that given year, it can give you an increase. So that's also very important for us to keep up with inflation. And then but also we acknowledge that it should address economic and demographic changes. And it should protect current beneficiaries and those near retirement. Let me cover some more information on demographics, which is changing and is challenging. Retirees are living longer. So that means this is good, but on the other hand, we are drawing from Social Security for longer periods, right? So that only allows more money to come out, right? And claiming Social Security longer too. Then look at this one. Lower birth rates lead to fewer workers paying into Social Security. At one point, there were 16, a few years ago, 16 workers per one beneficiary. Today, we are at about 3 workers per beneficiary. So that means less money is coming in and more is coming out, right? So obviously, the program needs to be reformed. And that's what this line of topics are going to address. We're going to review some proposals that are being addressed. It has to do, it ranges from eliminating a cap to raising the tax, giving less benefits to some, et cetera, et cetera. So we'll review those in the coming program. So for now, this is what we have for you.
This is a subject matter. I always talk about this. If I would have met you way before, a lot of things I didn't know, but with you on our program, you really enlightened me. And I'm hoping that other people that have viewed our program, that they're enlightened and they're in the know.
I hope so too. And I'm very happy to join your program and share this valuable information. Thank you.
And we can't wait till next time.
Definitely.
We'll see.
All righty.
This is Irma from Arizona Barrio Stories. Social Security. Is it secure? Is it something that you need to maybe do a little bit more research? David has his phone number. He is available for phone calls. Hit him up if you have any questions. We are thankful that you have tuned in today. And as always, we will see you soon.